Welcome to the News Hour. Two major international stories top the news tonight. Israel resumed hitting Gaza with airstrikes overnight, shattering the fragile ceasefire there.
The Israeli bombardment killed more than 400 people, according to officials in Gaza. In the meantime, President Trump spoke for more than 2 hours today with Russia's Vladimir Putin. They agreed that Russia and Ukraine should stop attacks on each other's energy infrastructure for 30 days. Nick Schifrin is here now with more. So, Nick, what exactly did Putin and Trump agree to today?
President Trump called the call, quote, very good and productive, and Putin ordered his military to pause all attacks on energy infrastructure for 1 month. And as you know, Amna, for years, that has been one of the hallmarks of Russia's campaign against Ukrainian civilians. More recently, Ukraine has launched its own attacks against Russian energy facilities. And tonight, Zelensky suggested that he was open to a mutual pause, but he admitted that he had no idea the details of what Trump and Putin discussed.
We support all steps aimed at the end of the war, but in order to support them, we need to understand what exactly we support. When President Trump has time, he's a busy man. When he has time, he can call me anytime. He has my phone number. We are ready to talk through further steps with pleasure.
So perhaps a little frustration there from Zelensky, Amna, and tonight, Ukraine says that Russia launched a major drone and missile attack against Kyiv.
And we understand Vladimir Putin actually went further on these demands to expand on the ceasefire. What should we understand about that?
Yeah, remember the context for this call. The U.S. pressured and got Ukraine to agree to a 30-day full ceasefire across the front line. So President Trump entered this call wanting Putin to agree to a full ceasefire, and Trump did not get that. And further, Putin, as you just said, went further. Putin said for this limited ceasefire to be expanded, Ukraine would have to stop arming or mobilizing its soldiers and the, quote, complete cessation of foreign military and intelligence assistance to Ukraine. Not only would that leave Ukraine extremely vulnerable, it also goes against what President Trump has said, which is that Europe will provide Ukraine security guarantees. Putin also said that the U.S. must address, quote, the root causes of the crisis. That translates to blocking further NATO expansion, including to Ukraine, and removing U.S. troops from Eastern Europe, says Angela Stent of the Brookings Institution.
He is maintaining his maximalist goals. He has made no concessions. The only thing he agreed to was this ceasefire in terms of striking energy infrastructure in Ukraine. And of course, the Ukrainians have done some of that in Russia. But that's it. I don't see anything else coming out of the Kremlin statement that goes really towards meeting President Trump's goal of ending the war and having a 30-day complete ceasefire.
Putin and Trump looked also beyond Ukraine, and President Trump was bullish. He said that an improved bilateral relationship would, quote, have a huge upside, including enormous economic deals. And that is a sign that for Trump, Ukraine is just the first step toward normalizing U.S.-Russia relationship, says Stent.
That's been a major Putin goal all along. He wants to return to the global board of directors. He wants the West's isolation of him to end. President Trump is definitely in the process of doing that. He has been talking about all the great economic opportunities in Russia and that Russia and U.S. should have a great relationship.
One senior official today told me, Amna, that Putin is already winning because he has, quote, dismantled Russian isolation.
Nick Schifrin, the very latest for us. Nick, thank you.
Thank you.